what can I say? 5-0. Real Madrid continues in cruise mode, getting ready for the final of Champions Leagues. Can't miss the show. Let's get it started right now. Muy buena mi gente, aquí nos encontramos nuevamente en otro programa de Fútbol con Bamba.
Dentro del área, golpea Petit, Zidane y gol. Ha marcado Zidane el 1-0 para Francia.
Welcome everybody, and here we go. This is another show of Football con Bamba, and yes, as you just heard, Real Madrid just played another match in La Liga against Deportivo Alaves, and what else than Real Madrid actually showing what great quality they are getting ready. They feel comfortable. They feel dangerous. Today, actually, Carlos Ancelotti started with their starting 11. He showed a little bit in a brief about what he wants to start against Borussia Dortmund. The only difference today is that he actually brought Militao instead of Rudiger to the starting lineup. However, this is exactly the lineup that Carlos Ancelotti actually brought. He brought Thibaut Courtois as a goalkeeper, and we know that he's been bringing Thibaut Courtois because he wants to try him out, give him the opportunity to fall in rhythm and see if he's the best option, or Adrian Lunin to the final against Borussia Dortmund, celebrated on the 1st of June. But he started in the defense area with Dani Carvajal, Eden Militao, Nacho, and Ferland Mendy. He also started in the midfielder with Federico Valverde, Eduardo Camavinga, and Toni Kroos. We know that instead of Eduardo Camavinga, he will start with Aurelien Tchouameni. And the same thing, he will start with Antonio Rudiger instead of Eder Militao. But then in the starting attacking part, he has Jude Bellingham, Rodrigo Goes, and Vinicius Jr. Today was one of those matches where Rodrigo Goes once again can probably get you a little bit desperate. However, the last goal of Real Madrid was assisted by or at least started by Rodrigo Goes. So Rodrigo Goes has some good positive notes in the game. However, he did show a little bit of monotony during the game, and this was something that got us a little bit frustrated also in the semifinals of La Champions League. Now, Vinicius Jr., he's on another level right now. He's favored to win Ballon d'Oro, especially if he wins the final of the Champions League, and if he's able to score in the final of the Champions League, and if by any chance he pushes Brazil in the Copa America very far ahead, or if not to win the crown, there's no dispute that Vinicius Jr. will be considered the favorite to earn the Ballon d'Oro in this next prize going on. But what we're seeing about Vinicius Jr., who scored 2 goals today, is exactly that. He's very calm. He's playing at a level that he knows he's in a high level right now. He's playing confident. He's full in his head of belief and trust that he could do anything. And when that player has that glow and is playing at that simple rhythm and at that state and that level, he becomes almost unstoppable. And that's the level that right now Vinicius Jr. feels like in the field, and he's playing. This is a glow that Jude Bellingham was having at the beginning of the season, and is now, due to the injuries and the fatigue from Jude Bellingham, this has faded off a little bit. However, Vinicius started in a slow pace, and now he's on 100 miles per hour mode. So he's doing wonderful. He's playing around as fun. He's having fun in the field, and I think that's a very positive thing for all Madrid fans for the final and approaching against Borussia Dortmund. So what we saw today also that is impressive? Well, Jude Bellingham opened up the score with the minute 10 with a score. It kind of sounded like Jude Bellingham was going to do a center in that ball, but that ball got deviated enough and it got the right angle to be able to sit inside the goal and score the first goal. Now, he was 1 goal shy from tying the Pichichi of the league, but he's still there. He got 19 goals. He's doing great. Vinicius Jr., as I said, scored the first goal on the minute 27. Then Federico Valverde, just almost at stoppage time for halftime, scored another goal. And then Vinicius Jr., minute 70, scores the second goal. And then Arda Güler, who came in as a sub, and the minute 62, and then immediately a minute 81 just scores another goal, comes inside. So what can we say about Arda Güler? Arda Güler, we know at the preseason he was a young prospect, something that people were expecting a lot from him. He was fiending because he was doing very good in the Fibonacci. He was talked about the new acquisition. They talked about him being the Turkish Messi. They talked about well, you saw Mesut Özil actually recommended him and said, this kid is going to be better than me. So therefore, this kid had a very high expectation. However, he suffered a big injury that took him off the whole first half of the season, and he wasn't even to recover into this partial part or half of this season, where he was a little bit frustrated because he wanted to show the people what he's all about, especially dressing the jersey of Real Madrid. But it's right now up to the point that he's come in 4 games and he scored 4 goals right now. This is incredible, Brand. This kid is actually doing a phenomenal job. Ancelotti today after his goal just looked back at his son and he just lift up his eyebrow like, this kid is doing something amazing. Is putting it very hard for me not to trust him and put him inside and give him an opportunity. So watch out for this young kid. He's growing up. He's only 18 years old. And this is going to be a very, very good future or bright future for this kid. The players have been saying it. They like him a lot. They all came to hug him. They all love to see him. They love to play with him. And this kid has felt very, very, very good passion. And he's getting all the minutes that he was promised at the beginning, where he at one point started feeling that he wasn't getting the love that he got. However, Ceballos got the opportunity to play today. And also there is a couple players like Joselu Matos that are just in that point that they're coming in. They're playing. But Joselu didn't enter today. It was actually Mario Martin who actually entered today, Dani Ceballos and Antonio Rudiger. Those are the changes that Ancelotti made today in the match. We did see Dani Carvajal take off his shoe and walk a little bit limpy. So we'll keep an eye on him to see if he's actually recovered. We don't think it's nothing, but he's doing great. He's playing phenomenal. Right now, he hasn't been fortunate in a lot of finals. We know that historically in the Champions League final, he ends up getting to the limit and sometimes breaking down. We hope this is not the case this year because he is a key factor when he goes on the right defender's wing. He does his job. He does perform. And so, anyways, right now Madrid has 93 points in the season. They're enjoying the championship. They were celebrated with a tunnel today. They actually celebrated already this weekend the championship number 36 in La Liga. They're looking great. They're looking solid. And this is going to be an amazing ending. And hopefully in 2 weeks, we will be able to celebrate the Champions League number 15. So minding and everything, there might not be a show at this moment. I might record on my phone. I don't know. I just bought, let me see if I have it around here. I just bought a new acquisition. Oh, yes, here we go. So I just bought this little piece because I'm going on a cruise that week, and I'm just returning that day that is the final of the Champions League. And who knows, I might start recording a little bit the show right after the game. So hopefully it's a positive vibe and I enjoy the game. And for Tyson, Peter, Uche, Chris, that I know you guys are always watching this show. You guys enjoy this. You guys come in and guess what? It's on. Real Madrid, straight for the victory, taking over another German team if they possibly can. And it's going to be a great fact that Real Madrid, if they get to beat Borussia Dortmund, they've become one of the teams also that solely took and eliminated every single German team in power. So this is exactly why Real Madrid is doing history continuously in and out every year. And this is not the exception. They got to eliminate the former champions Manchester City. They got to eliminate Bayern de Munich, which we knew that it was starting to ramp up as one of the favorites. And they're going against the sleepers, Borussia Dortmund, which I personally in this show did not give them a shot at the beginning of the season, the way that they were playing and performing. And look at them now. They actually made it to the final, and they're facing in Wembley Real Madrid. So it's going to be very interesting for that match. Keep in mind also that Real Madrid, when they played in Lisbon, Cristiano Ronaldo was in the team. They won the score. When they played in Glasgow, they had also Luka Modric and Toni Kukoc and everything. They got there. Kovacic, I'm sorry. Then they played in Wales. They had Gareth Bale. and now they might have Jude Bellingham playing in England. So they're going to be playing in Wembley. We'll see exactly if that's another stat that we can add to the table. But it's interesting. Since 1991, Real Madrid does not lose a final in European matches. So that's another good stat that we're going to throw out there right now for everybody. So we're getting ready. Carlos Ancelotti is getting ready. And of course, after the performance today with Courtois, I think there's no doubt. I think Carlos Ancelotti feel very confident about putting Courtois as a starting goalkeeper for the final. And what better moment to Courtois come in and play for the final of the Champions League, where we know we're going to need every single special position to play their best and their A game. So it's going to be interesting. We're going to start seeing this. We're happy. It's ecstatic. We're moving towards that. And let's see right now what comes up for Real Madrid and if we can continue celebrating another title for Real Madrid. So hopefully you like this show. Hit that like button if you liked, and hit that subscribe area if you the subscribe button if you haven't subscribed. And I'll see you guys until next time when Fútbol con Bambam. Ciao.